Welcome to the show where we unearth new ways of looking at ever-evolving life around the world, seen from a number of different industries, cultures, and backgrounds. But there's one thing that unites everyone I speak to. They all want to do their part to make the world better in their own unique ways. It's a uniting passion. Whether they're from the commercial world, third sector, or public sector, from the global north or the global south, my name is Philippa White, and welcome to TIE Unearthed. Hello everyone, Philippa White here, and welcome to episode 30 of TIE Unearthed. Today I'm speaking with Grace Waluza, Malawi Country Director of Chance for Change. We've worked with Chance for Change a couple of times over the years, and I've always felt really passionate about the work the organization does. Being one of the poorest countries in the world, Malawi presents so many challenges to the people from there. Challenges that those of us who have grown up in the global north probably couldn't even fathom. Chance for Change was established in 2011 by leading professionals in the field of youth development with considerable experience in other organizations, including Venture Trust and Save the Children. The organization believes that all young people have the right to be active citizens and equal members of society. Grace has been with Chance for Change since 2013 in many capacities before taking up her post as country director. She provides leadership and strategic direction and is also responsible for maintaining partnerships, recruitment, and management of staff, mentoring, and training. To quote Grace, "I love working with young people as they hold such promise, and the idea that I might be able to guide them on their journey or be part of it in any way is more fulfilling than anything else I could imagine myself doing." So grab your favorite beverage or throw on those running shoes, and here is an inspiring chat with Grace. Hi, Grace. It's so exciting to have you with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Welcome, Philippa. I'm also happy to have you guys with me tonight. Yes.
Yeah, tonight. Exactly. I know you're 5 hours ahead. So Grace is in Malawi. And we are going to be talking about the extraordinary work that she and Chance for Change do in Malawi. So perhaps we can kick off with you telling our listeners, Grace, about you, a little bit about you, actually, your background, and then you can talk about Chance for Change and why it was set up.
So, my name is Grace Waluza. I am turning 40 the next month.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. So I'm just very passionate about young people. I'm coming from Malawi. As you know, Malawi is one of the poorest countries. I joined the youth work probably in the year 2010. Yeah. When I was one of the people that was heading a small group of young boys and girls, which were doing drama and all that. And then in 2013 is when I joined Chance for Change. It is an organization established in 2011 by Greg Button and Andy Ashworth. Mm-hmm. These are the guys from UK. So when they came to Malawi, they said they wanted to work with the youth, especially in the areas of bringing in the youth that have a complicated background, so to say, so that they are given another chance to realize who they are and to also realize that they are global citizens. Yeah. They can do better in life. In short, helping them to become young adults and responsible adults. So that's when I joined Chance for Change. And being a passion, working with young people, I have enjoyed my work and I continue enjoying it a lot. I think one of the things that makes me feel very, very good about everything that we do at Chance for Change is the fact that we are trying to help young people that have the complicated background, so to say, like I said, have another chance, but also realize that they can do better in life, but also they can lead in any other way or any other platforms. But also the fact that I have that chance to share whatever I have, but also to have the chance to meet with them. I learn a lot from them most of the times. I think young people holds a very brighter and good future. Mm-hmm. So I feel very, very motivated all the time when I'm around and among them.
I can imagine. And just if you could explain a little bit about Andy and Greg. So Chance for Change started when?
In 2011. Chance for Change started in 2011.
2011. Okay, yeah. So in 2011, and is it just in Malawi, or does Chance for Change, I'm pretty sure that there are other countries that Chance for Change are based in. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. So Chance for Change started in 2011 by Greg Barton and Andy Ashworth.
Yeah.
So just to say a little bit about Andy and Greg, of course, I might not know much about Greg, but with Andy, because at least we've stayed together for quite some time, because he was in Malawi for the past, should be 4 years.
Yeah.
So he just left now. He's back in the UK. But I know that Andy was a street kid during her childhood. So
really?
Yes.
I did not know that. Bring that to life. I didn't know that.
Yes. So he has been thinking about young people a lot, and he has worked with a lot of them back in the UK. So when he visited Malawi, he had all those feelings and the love of Malawi itself. And he thought that maybe we should come one day and work in Malawi with the young people and all that, having him coming from the background of being in the streets. So I think when he came to Malawi, he managed to visit a few more street kids, as well as kids actually young people in various prisons and all that. So that's when they said, no, I think we have to do something with Malawi. And they are the ones that made our first funding proposal. And lucky enough, it passed. And then we had the funding from the Scottish government. But then it wasn't just in Malawi. They also went to do the very same thing to Nepal and in UK itself. So basically in UK, they were also working with homeless young people, I should say, and the very same thing in Nepal, and then they came to Malawi.
And so just if you could bring to life, just in a little bit more detail, because I think it's fascinating. We've worked with Chance for Change a couple of times, and obviously we're going to be working with you again in September, but just to bring to life when you're talking about the prisons, and then you talk about a second chance at life, perhaps you could help us understand the situation in your part of the world. You know, what are some of the challenges that you face, and as a result, what is Chance for Change doing to help the young people in so many different ways that you do it? But can you paint the picture just for the listeners who really won't understand the challenges that you face there, both from the point of view of the fact that you work with people who have been in prison and why they're in prison and what that is about. And then perhaps you can help bring to life some of the challenges that are related to the project that we're going to be working on in September.
Like I said, Malawi is one of the poorest countries in Africa. With the poverty levels that we have right now, we also face so many challenges. That is being, for instance, food itself, shelter, and all the basic needs that one would want to have. Mostly it's a challenge to find or to have in Malawi. Because of that, young people are mostly vulnerable because, we are young people already, and we are coming from poor families and all that. Maybe our fathers, our mothers cannot already provide enough for us, or cannot provide at all for us. And the only thing that's there might be something that's maybe that will take you to prison, for instance, or something that will lead you to become more vulnerable, for instance. That's in the girl's part. So in this case, I'm talking about the two projects that we work at Chance for Change. We have two projects. The first project is the one that is called Alternative to Custody. This one, we work with young people, mostly it's young boys, because it's not all the time that we have girls in prisons, but young people that are in prisons.
Yeah.
So as they are serving their sentences, we work hand in hand with the judicial. First of all, we do assessments. So, for instance, what happens is at a court, there's a young person that's been maybe convicted, and then they are judged to say, maybe they've given a sentence to say, okay, they need to go and serve their sentence at a certain prison. That's a juvenile center. And then already we do not have enough in Malawi juvenile centers. We find that as they are about to go and serve their sentences, and the judge would also assess them to say, okay, if he's going to serve for his sentence, maybe he can also varies with the crime. So they say, okay, I think we recommend this person to go to Chance for Change. We should at least inform Chance for Change that there's this boy with this crime. Chance for Change goes to do the assessments, but as Chance for Change is doing the assessment, all we need to see from that particular boy is the willingness to change and learn new things. As we go, if we assess, we see that there's that willingness to change. That's when we give them a chance to say, okay, let's let them come to our center, our rehabilitation center. So as they are with us, the government is counting that this particular person is serving his sentence, as we are giving him the personal development skills as well as the vocational skills.
Okay, that's interesting. So just to recap, so these young people, they do something to get the attention of the judicial system. So they will steal something. Perhaps they need food, or perhaps they need money. I remember reading in one of our past briefs, there's a lot of children who also don't even have parents because of the high rates of HIV in Malawi. So they might not even have parents, or if they do, their parents don't have money to provide for them in the way that they need to be provided for, so they go and steal. And then they get the attention of the law. They almost go to jail, but instead of going to jail, they go to as long as they show a desire to change and to be better, your center is recognized by the judicial system. They recognize it as a way for these young people to be reintroduced to society, and you provide them with the skills and the base to then go back into society. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct.
And so talk to us about just from that point of view, what do you do with these young people?
So I will take you through what happens when a young person arrives at Chance for Change Center.
Yeah, please.
So when a boy arrives at the center, first of all, we assess their healthy. Are they okay? Are they not malnourished, or do they have any other diseases? Because most of the times when they're coming from jail or any other detention centers, they come with all sorts of diseases.
I can imagine.
So if we assess that they do not have any, that's when we now connect them with the rest of the group that's already there. But if we feel like there's any other challenges, for instance, a disease, or they're under malnourished, so we put them on a very separate, I should say, special diet.
Wow.
So that they get better. And then from there, we introduce them to all the trades that we have. So we have vocational skills like mechanics, auto mechanics. We also have bricklaying. Minus that, we have farming. So they do farming within the premise.
Great. Really? That's great.
Yes. They're doing vegetables. We have different vegetables, as well as poultry farming.
That's fantastic. That's really great.
Yes. So when we introduce them actually to all of these trades, just so that they see what they are best at or what they might be interested in. For instance, the very first week they will go for the farming or the farming itself. Yes. Mm-hmm. And if they feel like, I don't think I like farming, maybe I should try bricklaying, they'll go and try bricklaying the second week. And when they feel like, maybe not here, maybe they will go and try mechanics. Up until the very first 3 weeks, that's when they will have their choice to say, no, I think I'm better at mechanics and I want to do mechanics. Mm-hmm. And then that's when we encourage them to go for mechanics. Okay. So as they are doing that, they are also undergoing the personal development skills, as we are doing the counseling and one-on-one sessions, just to mentor them, make them also realize that what they did was not good. Also help them to know that, okay, so if at some point the very same thing that happened to them will happen again. It means this is the life that they will have chosen, just to make them realize the consequences of whatever they've done, but also trying to help them to be responsible people. So yeah, that's what we do with them, and we give them all those for minimum should be 6 months. But it also depends. Sometimes if we have others that are difficult to, maybe they find it a challenge to grasp something, still need some time to learn and learn and learn. We don't push them to say, okay, no, your time is up, you need to be going this and that. No, we still give them a chance. And sometimes there are factors to do with the health itself that maybe we might not say now they are okay, they need to be going because maybe they still need to meet the doctors and all that. We don't push them. We still give them a chance to stay with us up until we feel everything is all right with them. They can go back to the community and become that young adult. Mm-hmm. But as we are doing that, we also make sure that we already have gone to their communities where they come from, just to assess if the community is okay with them as of now. If, for instance, so it's kind of a mediation part. Sometimes we've had challenges to say that, okay, we go to a particular person's community and they'll be like, no, we don't need that particular person back here. And whenever they come back here, we are going to burn them alive. So in that case, we already know that, okay, it means the environment is not safe for them. We'll ask if they have any other relatives anywhere else. That's where we go again to assess. If they say yes, we can accept them back in the community. That's where we are going to reintegrate them.
Wow. And then I remember that was actually one of our a past project was reintegration. But anyway, we won't go there now.
The other project is the Girls Project. We've called this project the Pioneers of Change. So the Pioneers of Change is a project where which is working with young people, young girls, and these are mostly victims of human trafficking and victims of sexual abuse. There's also an element of modern day slavery in it. Mostly, we want to give them the skills also, the personal development skills, and make them realize that the trafficking is real, but also the abuse is real also, because most of the times we find out that sometimes things that are happening amongst them as girls, they don't realize that it's an abuse. For them, they think it's part of life. Yeah. But we work with them to make them realize that no, that's not what is supposed to have or to happen to them. Yeah. And whenever anything of that nature happens to either them or their friends or anybody else that they know, they should always go and report to either police, either us, or the local chiefs. And so we see how best we help them.
Gosh. So from the point of view of the challenges, I mean, you touched on it just through the program that you have, but do you want to go into any more detail? I mean, maybe bring it to life just a little bit more. So what are the ages? How has COVID impacted that?
So we work with these young girls as young as 9 years up to 17. But sometimes we find that we have other girls that are over 17, maybe up to 23 or 24. We still accommodate them because they still have, maybe they are victims also, but they need also the part of counseling that we always offer to them. Yeah, so the challenge is, like I said earlier on, it's all about the poverty that we have in Malawi. The other thing is the lack of knowledge itself. They do not even know that that's an abuse. That knowledge is also very, very vital. If we were able to civic educate the whole country that this is not on.
Can you talk to us about what you hope to get from the Thai Accelerator project that we're going to be doing with you in September? Just for our listeners to understand. So in the context of everything that Grace has talked about, the challenges of the girls who are being abused or trafficked or, whatever it might be, and trying to find a second chance at life and a new opportunity for these young girls. And I'd love you to bring that to life, Grace, in a second. But just again, for our listeners, the TIE Accelerator is a leadership program that gets leaders and professionals out of their comfort zone, out of their silos, provides them with an opportunity to shake things up a bit and kind of get that zest for life back by doing something different and doing something out of the norm, out of the sort of day-to-day. And so we bring together a team of anywhere from 3 to 6 people from around the world, and they have an opportunity to work together to crack a real issue that is facing an organization and a community in a completely different part of the world. And so we are going to be working with Chance for Change in September. The brief is helping these young girls and helping them have a second chance at life. And we will be doing that with this team of people. Perhaps you can bring to life what you hope to get from this experience, how you hope we can impact these young girls with the leadership of these professionals from around the world?
I'm hoping that working with TIE in the next coming few months, our girls especially are going to benefit a lot. They are going to become even financially independent at some point, but also they'll be able to create that financial independence even amongst themselves.
Perhaps you can, Grace, could you bring to life, I think it would be really helpful just to help the listeners kind of understand how the program works with the young girls?
The thing is, with these young girls, as they come to our center, they access the psychosocial counseling. We also give them these personal development skills, like I said, but also amongst themselves, they teach each other the skills that they have. As they come to our center, they've got all these skills, but they go back to their community, the very same communities that they are in.
Yeah.
So you can see that these are the places where even all these abuses or any other thing that happened to them happened. So they get abused right in the very same community, and then they come just maybe for some hours to chat with us, to have that hope with us, and then in the end they'll go back to the very same communities. Yeah. So already we can see that there's no security, there's no hope. So in as much as they are learning all these skills, and in as much as we've told them, okay, you need to go and report to this, because some of these, for instance, the sexual abuses, they happen right in their houses. Yeah. With the people that they call relatives. They might be, sometimes you find out that there's a person that you call as a dad. Yeah. And he's the one that is actually abusing this particular kid. Yeah. And he's the only breadwinner in the house. They don't have anybody that they might say, okay, I'll go to my uncle and stay there, or I'll run away from this house. I'll go and stay with my auntie somewhere else. This is the only people. These are the people that they also trust. These are the people that they believe in, and these are their role models. And they are doing this to them. And then they come to us. We give them all this counseling, and by the end of the day, they have to go back to the very same people.
That is what is so reassuring about the work that you're doing. One, because you're thinking about, okay, let's try and give some kind of independence. The age of the young people, they can start to be independent, and they can start to create a life for themselves, to move away from the horrible situation that they have waiting for them at home and develop some kind of independence to be able to go off on their own. And am I right in thinking that that's what you're providing this age group and this group of young people?
Yes. Actually, we have two groups of young girls. So there are some that are very, very young. So most of the times we find out that these very, very small girls, maybe 13 or 14 below, they will always make a choice of going back to school. So what we do is encourage them a lot. Sometimes we provide with some exercise books if they go back to school, but also just going to see them, going to monitor what they are doing at school and all that. But this other kind of group that is maybe 17, 18, 16, and sometimes you find that they're 15, 16, 17, but they already have kids. They're teen mothers already. So these are the group that we believe we might give them a chance to do kind of an entrepreneurship, give them that financial independence so that they are also able to look after the kids that they have and look after themselves.
Yeah. And it's really exciting because a previous project that we worked on with Chloe from Octopus Investments, she was based in Malawi with you guys and working with the young boys and the rehabilitation and the entrepreneurship program, and helped you work with you and George, if I'm not mistaken, and helped to improve that entrepreneurship program, which was actually really fantastic already. But I think just some of her experience just helped make it even better. And then created the loan facility, which then helped create capital for them to actually turn some kind of business into something tangible. And so the idea that we've together come up with was taking the learnings from that and implementing them for this project for the girls. Is that what you also have in mind?
Yes, of course. Only that this particular time is going to be a little bit different because with that particular time we said, okay, so guys, you do your business plan, and then we pitch. And whosoever was doing well with their business plan and all that, those are the guys that we considered them with some capitals, some loans and all that. But this time around, I think it's going to be groups that will create something as a group, and they do it together.
Oh, great.
As a group, and then if they want to pass it over to that other, for instance, if we say, okay, we are in a group of 10, or for instance, 5, and then we have best 5. If it's a group of 10 and we have best 5 or best 2, we say, okay, the best 2, we take them maybe aside and we create another one with the best 2. So it means in the best 2, if the group is for 10, it means we are going to invite 8 more to be in this particular group. So they practice again with these ones as champions. And then like that, and we pass it over and over. That was the plan.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And so basically what this project will be having a group of people come together and work with you and the beneficiaries to decide how to structure that and how to turn it into a sustainable model that will work with Chance for Change, but also significantly provide a second chance at life for these young girls who have so much potential. They just need some direction. So yeah, that's really exciting. Tell me as we're coming to the end of the podcast, what keeps you up at night worrying?
The fact that these girls have to go back to the very same communities, very same people. That's one of the things that keeps me worrisome.
Yeah.
If I had a chance to say, okay, maybe my house is big enough, I can just take them all and stay with them. That's my dream. If we were to have somewhere where we would have them stay there with a very good security and all that. And when the second one is security, when I'm talking about security, I'm talking about both sides. So I'm looking at the girls themselves as the victims themselves, as well as the members of staff. I'll tell you, we had a scenario. One of the girls was abducted by the perpetrators.
Yeah.
And then their thinking was that she shouldn't go and testify in the court. And because she was very scared when they were asking her all sorts of questions and all that, she started now telling them that, oh no, it's Chance for Change who is helping me. And it's actually this particular person. No, this. You have the contacts? Yes, I have. What's their contact? And then she started giving them, because she was so scared. Where they took her to, we don't even know. And then they started now making phone calls to us, giving us all those threats and all that, So sometimes even as we are walking along the streets and all that, we just have to be very careful, and we encourage one another. We encourage our staff members not to walk alone. Most of the time, they should have friends, or at least they should have, even if they are going for workshops and anywhere else, at least there should be 3 of them.
Gosh, that's really worrying.
It is.
Tell me, what gives you hope, Grace?
So the fact that we have this project alone gives me hope, because already I feel, okay, in as much as we think we have little, or at least we reach out to this particular number of young people. But the thing that makes me walk tall all the time is that the very small number of girls that we have worked with, they are able to go out and stand up and say no to this, but also not only them, they are also able to go and civic educate even their families to say no to that, no to this, and this is the right way, that is the right, that is the bad way, or I will not take that. So that alone gives me hope to say, okay, if we are able to reach out to 5 more, I'm sure the 5 more will reach out to 10 more.
Yeah.
So that's at least one of the things that gives me hope. But also the fact that our stakeholders alone have that trust in us, and they keep on referring young girls to us. That's also a motivation. At least that's something that we always say, okay, so it means they trust us. Okay, this is what,
Yeah.
So it's always good to have those kind of support, minus people like you who would always want to have us telling the stories that or at least sharing whatever we're doing with other people, and get to inspire more people outside the world. That's also a motivation to us. That's also a hope.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm happy that we can help a bit. It's been a really wonderful conversation. I really appreciate your time. What Chance for Change is doing is really important. I have to say, we work on so many different projects around the world, but I remember very, very clearly reading Kate's project. I think it was Kate's project. And I remember reading the brief, and this is a while ago, but I just remember sitting at my desk and going through the brief, and I got really emotional, and I started to cry. And I just thought, God, because when I picture, it's just the challenges that some young people face in some parts of the world. I mean, it's a lottery where you are born and where you end up. No one is better than anyone else. Just some people have different opportunities than other people. And when you think of what some of these young people face in places like Malawi because of the circumstances, and then, you just look at the work that you guys are doing, and you just give your lives to trying to support these people. It's just humbling and so important. So I really appreciate your important work, and feel very pleased that we can be a small part of it and help it in some way. But I do believe that this Thai Accelerator project, bringing together leaders from around the world to just help you think and strategize and put this business plan into place to further help these young people, it's just really important. So thank you for doing what you do and for taking the time to chat with me today. And I hope those who are listening, if this inspires you and gets you excited, I hope it does. The work is really, really important that Chance for Change are doing. And please get in touch so that you can also get involved.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Philippa, and your team. I should also thank you for listening to all these stories that we have and helping us to become the best. We don't take this for granted. We also appreciate a lot. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Grace. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, everyone. This is Philippa again. I hope you enjoyed listening. Now, this is your chance to get involved with Thai. If you work in the commercial world, whatever your profession, your position, or your experience, then Thai could be for you. You may have been in business for decades, but have always felt there's another way. Or you may just have a few years experience, but want to do more. Equally, If you want to create game-changing employees and see your company impact the world, we've got you covered. TIE has never been more necessary than right now, and you can be a part of it. Reach out to me at philippa@theinternationalexchange.co.uk and I can tell you more. Or join the TIE Accelerator info session for more information. apply.tieaccelerator.com. Better leaders, better companies, better world. I'm your host, Philippa White. This podcast has been co-produced by Berna Vieira and me, music by Berna Vieira, and artwork by Kelps Vahais. I hope we'll meet again soon.